yourself. And I think there's this like movement of young kids who are starting to fall in love with the sport of boxing and combat sports in general. There was a study that came out. There's like a huge spike in more people boxing and being interested in it. So I think it's amazing, and I love boxing, and I want all my fans to love boxing.
How do you address the people who question that? Question say it's not real. You're not fighting these real boxers.
Well, I would say come see me in the gym. That's it.
Appreciate you.
Hey Jay, can I ask about the Disney swag, man, real quick?
Yeah.
Jay, you had to toe Disney,
Drip
man.
out.
What inspired this?
So Tyrone, likes to say I'm a Disney kid, and so I was like, yo, I am a Disney kid. I'm gonna knock you out.
How many rounds do you think it'll go?
Two rounds. That's my prediction.
Confidence, I like it. Thank you.
Jake,
Yes,
have you gotten any? What's up, brother?
What up, boss? How are you?
Good to see you, man. What's the reaction you've gotten from just family, friends, maybe even fellow fighters that you're actually taking a big challenge? Because I see a lot of kind of real guys, real fighters, real guys in the boxing game give you a lot of credit for going about it the way you are.
Yeah, I think people are like, damn, you're really doing this now, huh? Like, this is a massive fight. They're giving me props. They're giving me kudos, and they're like, damn, this is the biggest fight yet. And people just really can't believe it. I don't think anyone expected me to take on a 5-time UFC world champion in my 4th pro fight. Like, who did Floyd Mayweather fight in his 4th fight? The guy was 0-0, like 0-4 or something like that. Same with Anthony Joshua. He fought like a guy who had 1 win. So I'm taking on a lot higher level of opponents earlier on in my career than a lot of these boxers ever do.
I talked to Robert Garcia a couple weeks ago, and he said exactly what you said. He's like, Jake, I got to live a lot of respect to. He's like, he's fighting MMA guys the first 3 fights. He's like, I asked a bunch of guys in my gym, how many MMA guys did you fight in the first 5 fights? And they said like 2, and he was like, but no one can name those 5 guys.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
No,
Yeah.
exactly. And people have to somewhat respect that. And look, I want to challenge myself. I want hard opponents. That's why I'm going to rise to the occasion. I'm a game time player. And look, I could have gone and fought an NFL player. I could have fought Chad Johnson or the guy who's fighting on the undercard this weekend, the NFL star. Like, I could have fought the Game, 6'9", all of these people. I would have knocked them out in 20 seconds. It's not fun for me. I want a real fight, and I want to be a real fighter, and that's what I'm doing.
Tomorrow, obviously, a big fight with your brother and Floyd. Your brother obviously has a huge size advantage. What kind of advice did you give him, being that you've had a lot of success in the ring? Obviously, he's won, 0-2, I guess, well, amateur and the 0-1.
Yeah. Look, I've been giving him a lot of advice in camp about mindset, just helping him with his sparring and watching him. And, he's ready. His cardio's on point. He's the bigger guy. His reach is long. He's fast. He's elusive. So, all he has to do is show up and show up, and do it. You can't. Some fighters choke in the ring. Some fighters aren't good under the lights. So now all he has to do is perform.
That's it, guys. That's it, bro. Thank you. Go ahead.
Thank you. Appreciate it. All right, Jake. I know you said you made a bet with Dana, right?
Yeah.
What happened? Did you get paid?
No, bro. He's fucking broke.
All cap.
Bro, he's all cap. Like, how are you gonna say that you're gonna bet $1 million on Ben and then just disappear off the face of the earth? And now he's saying that Tyrone's gonna win. So Dana, sack up, bro. You bald bitch. Put your money where your mouth is.
Man, bald. Can I call him a bald bitch?
No, you're not a bald bitch. You're bald and you're good looking. He's a bald bitch. He looks like an earthworm.
Easy, Mike.
Earthworm Jim?
What?
Too old for that, I guess.
I'm like, what?
Look, I heard people try to say, oh, Ben Askren took a dive. I was on the ring apron. That dude's face broke his fall.
Yeah. You were actually the closest person to the knockout, I think. If you're going to take, I don't even know how, people are going to have excuses for anything at this point. They don't want to see me win. They're going to say whatever. And by the way, when I do it to Tyrone, they're going to probably say the same thing. So get used to it.
I think that people don't realize that this is not a novelty for you, that you're serious and you want to be great at boxing. And I think that look, I try to tell people all the time, you've only had, 3 pro fights, no amateur fights? Who were these other guys fighting in their 3rd fight? They had a long amateur career. You're pretty good for where you're at in your development, no?
No, 100%. I had an amateur career in sparring. We've sparred over 200 times. My coach, BJ, was like, yo, we need to get your amateur career in the gym. You need to spar everyone. I've sparred everyone. 6 foot, 6. I've sparred a 6'9" guy. I sparred a guy who's 5'2" that's faster than lightning. I've sparred everybody. So I got my amateur career in the gym, and that's something that a lot of people don't know. A lot of people don't want to spar. A lot of people don't want to put in the work, but I put in the work, and here we are. And now I'm fighting these guys who are supposed to be good, and I'm better than them because I'm naturally talented. I'm younger. I want it more, and that's just the way it is.
You know, not to blow up your ego anymore, but I've spoken to a lot of good fighters. Jojo Diaz, Tevin Farmer, Andre Berto. They all say the same thing. Jake Paul has hands.
Those are my guys, all of them. So I got hands, bro. I got
focused on building the next generation behind him, and Taylor, one of his closest homies, is going to be next on that come up.
June 12th. Tune into Taylor Holder, baby. Let's fucking go. Hey,
that's it, guys.
And most humans have hands. So.
They do.
How much Spanish you learn in Puerto Rico, man?
I'm trying, bro. I'm getting a Spanish teacher, but I'm bad. I'm bad.
You fought in April. You're fighting again in August. You're gonna fight again before the end of the year.
We'll see. I've been fighting non-stop. I've been fighting and more active than most pro fighters. So I might take a break and buy like a 400-foot yacht or something and sail the coast of Italy or some shit. I don't fucking know.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, everybody.
Jake, what do you think about Canelo?
That's it. That's it.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Jake, what do you think about Canelo's fight?
Thank you, guys. Thank you. No more questions, guys.
Be good, bro. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Jake.
You got to fight that card.
Hey, guys. Hey, guys. I'm here.
What's up, BJ?
I'm good, man. Good.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
BJ, what were you kind of all on board with the Tyron Woodley fight when it came up? Was it whose idea was it? How did it develop?
A lot of experts told me not to take this fight. A lot of people told me I wouldn't advise to take the fight or not. Definitely don't take the fight with Tyron. But knowing what I know about Jake and what I've seen in the gym, we're whooping his ass. Watch this. I mean, this is about to be a real eye-opening fight. People don't think Jake's ready for it, but he's more than ready. And I'll be surprised if Tyron gets to the 4th round. I really will.
You know, like I told Jake, Robert Garcia told me, he's like, man, Jake's doing it the right way. You fight as a pro boxer, you fight kind of MMA guys the first 4 or 5 fights.
Yeah.
Is that kind of the general reaction you've gotten from the boxing community?
I mean, boxing guys, a lot of them are like, hey, why does he fight a real boxing guy? But if you look at guys in the first 5, 6, 7 fights, they fight guys who nobody's ever heard of. Jake is fighting massive names in the UFC, massive names in the MMA world, and he's bringing them over to the boxing ring. So it creates a lot of hype, it creates a lot of hysteria, a lot of fan involvement, and you know, 50-50. Honestly, like a lot of these people in these boxing communities and these MMA communities think Tyron's going to win. He's like an 80-20 favorite over Jake. So remember that after the fight, and remember what everyone was saying. So give Jake his credit.
Definitely, man. Just quickly, man. As a boxer, I want to ask you some just straight boxer question. Canelo, what do you think about his performance versus?
Amazing. He's excellent. He's one of the best. His defense is phenomenal. His counter-punching, his body attack, his patience. He's just so good in there. Just so much to learn from a guy like Canelo. He's excellent.
Is he the best pound for pound right?
On my list, not even close. Yeah.
Right.
Tyson Fury and him. But I got Canelo ahead. I got Canelo ahead of Tyson, but Tyson's right there with him.
And prediction for tomorrow, man. Paul versus Mayweather.
Floyd.
Floyd.
I don't think Logan's gonna be able to hit him unless he just goes to the body non-stop. He's gonna have a tough time hitting Floyd. So I'm gonna keep it real. Like, I don't see him touching Floyd, and I hope he does. But I don't see Floyd's the greatest for a reason. So
have you told Logan that? I mean, obviously you guys are all.
If he asks me, I'll tell him. Right. You know, he hasn't asked me, but if he does, I'll tell him.
Right,
yeah.
For sure. BJ, I appreciate it, man. Cool. Tell the fans where they can follow you, brother.
Yeah, BJ Flores Pro on Instagram, and yeah, tune in August 28th, Jake Paul, Tyron Woodley.
There it is. Appreciate it.